klaruhin ko lang, CES po issued an order to create an importation plan. Iba po yon dun sa lumabas na sugar order number 4.
Oh, definitely, yes. So it was a directive, actually. It was verbally issued so that the president can make a determination later on whether or not the importation is actually warranted.
So, would you say posible hong miscommunication ito?
No, you don't convene the Sugar Regulatory Board in the absence of the president and in the absence of any such approval on his part. He did not approve the convening. You can only convene the board with the assent, explicit assent of the president, and he did not make such an agreement.
So while the investigation is ongoing, ano po ang status ngayon ng mga official ng Sugar Regulatory Board or Commission?
They are under investigation.
Pero are they still, officially holding
Well,
their functions?
there is no preventive suspension issued as of right now. So,
Thank you.
Next question. Neil Mercado, Inquirer.
If wala na pong questions on sugar, if I can go to another topic.
if we can answer it.
Okay. Ma'am, how big of a how much of a concern is this information to the Marcos administration?
I'm sorry, I need to know what the basis of your question is.
Because may mga nagsasabi na yung win po ni President Marcos was full of parang maraming disinformation during the campaign that helped boost yung campaign ni President Marcos. So maybe how much of a concern is this information to this administration?
If any illegal acts have been committed, then the proper venue for that would be the courts. So that's our only reaction here. The freedom of speech is prevalent in this country. It's guaranteed by the Constitution. People can say that. People can talk about it. They can discuss these matters. But no such wrongdoing has been committed.
Thank you po.
You're welcome.
Kat Domingo, ABS.
Good morning, ma'am. We understand that yesterday the President held a meeting with the Department of Trade and Industry with regard to fertilizers.
Yes.
May we know what was discussed in that meeting?
Well, as you know, foremost on the President's mind is to protect our agricultural industries, our agriculture. And part of the concerns of our farmers are the prices of fertilizer. So this was among those things that were discussed by the President with the DTI Secretary.
Since the DTI was involved, will price caps be implemented over several ingredients of fertilizers or raw materials?
We will have to wait for the DTI to make a recommendation on that.
Job Manahan, ABS-CBN Online.
Good morning po, ma'am. Job Manan po from ABS-CBN. Regarding po dun sa fertilizers pa rin,
Yes, sir.
may mga bansa po ba na tinitingnan na pagkukunan po ng fertilizer supply since na-mention po before ni President na parang he's planning to write a letter personally to governments regarding this?
The President will make an announcement as to the whatever countries when he does write such letters.
Okay po. Tapos, regarding naman po ito sa state of calamity declaration nationwide because of the pandemic, ma'am. Former President Rodrigo Duterte's proclamation extending the state of calamity will end na po because of the pandemic in nearly a month or on September 12 this year. May info po ba if President Marcos is keen on extending this?
It will depend on the recommendation of the DOH. But we will make the announcement when the time comes.
Okay po. Yun naman po.
Any other
Right now-
questions? Kat Domingo, ABS-CBN.
Ma'am, yesterday, the Presidential Legal Counsel issued several statements against defeated mayoralty candidate in Quezon City. May we get the palace's comment on that issue?
There is no comment. The visit was just a social call.
So there is no truth to observations that the former congressman may be appointed as the next MMDA chief next year after the one-year ban.
Right now, we have no information on that. As you know, you're right. There is a one-year ban, so there will be no announcement as to who will be appointed, even assuming that it's going to be him. So right now, that's in the realm of speculation.
Ma'am,
Thank you,
on a
ma'am.
related point
You're
to that
welcome.
question, please.
Yes, sir.
Kasabay po nung pag-call out na yon ni Chief Presidential Legal Counsel ay yung panawagan na, and I quote, mag-ingat tayo that we may be construed as carelessly showing an arrogance of power in our behavior as public persons, especially if we are somewhat identified with the current regime. Does the palace share that sentiment of the Chief Presidential Legal Counsel?
The palace has no reaction.
Thank you.
Last question. We have 2 more questions. Left, Narciso.
Secretary, nitong mga nakaraang araw po o linggo, marami yung mga anti-illegal drug operations.
Sorry,
anti-illegal
maraming?
drug operations po.
Okay.
Ano na po ang policy ni Pangulong Marcos sa campaign on illegal drugs?
Tuloy po ang campaign laban sa illegal na droga at pinagkakatiwalaan niya ang kanyang Chief PNP na mag-set ng polisiya at direktiba ukol dito. Nilabas naman po ni Chief PNP na tuloy-tuloy ang kanilang operasyon and they will be compliant with the law pursuant to this.
Chris Jose, remate.
Ma'am, statement lang po sa pagkamatay ni Ms. Ligia de Beca Mercado.
Issuein po namin mamaya na sa, the President will be issuing his own statement. So let's just wait for that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Michelle Gilang.
Good morning, Secretary Trixie. My question is about yung sugar issue pa rin po. Paano po naging illegal yung importation kung dati naman po siyang ginagawa at may order ang SRA, especially now po na manipis yung supply ng sugar at kaya po mahal yung presyo sa market. Also, kung illegal po yung SRO, paano po i-hold accountable yung mga nakapirma sa order, kagaya po ni SRA Chief Serafica at ni DA Undersecretary Sebastian. May sanction po ba yun? At kung di pala approve at nagpirma sila, parang we can say na bypass po ba ang presidente?
Well, in order to issue a resolution, they should have met. The meeting was not authorized. Only the President, as the chairman, can call for such a meeting. Number 1. Number 2, the resolution was issued in the President's name. It was signed for the President by Undersecretary Sebastian. Such signing was not authorized by the President. His assignment as the alternate of the President is merely to be present in those meetings where the President cannot attend. It is not a delegation of authority to call any meetings or to sign any resolutions in the absence of the President's awareness that such a resolution is to be issued.
Thank you po.
You're welcome.
And last question, Jinky Baticados.
Ma'am, sorry. Sundutin ko lang po yung sinabi ninyo, ma'am, ngayon.
Kita nakita.
Sorry. On that particular thing po na, that alone, alam nilang illegal, hindi naman to baguhan ng mga nasa SRA.
Well, may isang baguhan.
Okay. But even if, ma'am, syempre may mga tao po sa paligid nila. So, that alone po ba, hindi siya makukonsider na talagang, since alam natin na illegal yon, hindi ba yun magiging dahilan para, automatic naman na academic, alis ka dyan kasi naging irresponsible tayo?
Kaya nga, pero naniniwala din ang Presidente sa due process. Tignan natin kung ano ang dahilan, kung bakit minadali nila ito, nag-convene sila na walang kaalam-alam ang Presidente, and bibigyan sila ng pagkakataon i-explain yung panig nila. Pagka hindi satisfactory yung kanilang mga explanations, then the appropriate penalties will be imposed.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sec.
Sige, one.
One more, Miss Tuesday News.
Ay.
PZBB.
Hi ma'am, panghabol lang ma'am. Gusto lang naming malaman ma'am kung ano po ang status ngayon nitong si Yusek Leocadio Sebastian at saka itong si SRA Administrator, knowing na nagkaroon nga ng ganitong parang glitches dito sa ginawa nilang resolution. And kailan po kaya yung balak ni Presidente na kausapin sila o harapin sila?
Ang status nila, lahat po ng pumirma ay under investigation. Iintayin po natin today if a determination can be made na ma-issuean sila ng preventive suspension order habang tumutuloy yung investigasyon. Pero kung mabilis lang yung investigasyon, makakakita tayo ng mga replacements very soon.
Okay, thank you ma'am.
Okay. Last.
Last question, Michelle
Absolute
Gilang.
last.
Follow-up lang po.
Sige po.
May photos po, ma'am, na na-upload sa Office of the President na social media page. Tama po ba na ang kasama po ni President Marcos kagabi ay si Undersecretary Leocadio Sebastian?
Photos. Iniisip ko kung ano kung
If you can see.
Office of the President na
Yes, ma'am.
page. Hindi ko. Yes, and in fact there was an opportunity for him to answer, albeit informally. So with an investigation, he has to formally answer.
So there was a possibility po na na-tackle po yung order na, yung recent order.
Yes. Primarily, it was with the executive secretary. So like we said, the president was unaware of it. In fact, in-upload nang wala tayong kaalam-alam.
Do we have an info po sa naging discussion ni President Marcos at Undersecretary Sebastian?
None at the moment.
Thank you po.
Okay?
Maraming
Maraming
salamat, Secretary Trixie Cruz Angeles and Malacanang Press Corps.
Thank you, Agnes.